Good evening, everyone. Today we have Lokesh with us, the co-founder of Refillable. Thank you, Lokesh, for taking your time to chat with us. Refillable is basically the first ever online platform which offers like a refill service of home care products, and which is really essential because I think the most amount of plastic we generate is from all these products. So thank you, Lokesh, and we would looking forward to know more about your company. So I think I'll start with how did you get inspired to start Refillable? Like what inspired you?
Okay, so thank you so much, Shreya. It's great that you all have this eco club at your college and you all are doing this entire program to make sure everyone's aware and engaging the entire community. That's what the future India needs primarily, and it's a great initiative what you all have taken. And thank you so much for inviting me over here. I'm here to represent my company, Refillable. Actually, the idea came along that back in 2018, India had put up a blanket ban on plastics. I'm not too sure if you all remember at that point of time, and that gave birth. Like at that point of time, me and my friends were just graduating, and we have always been very socially inclined towards the kind of environment what we build and want to build better systems for the future. And we thought that this was the perfect issue for us to start working on. And 6 months later, we formed this company called Recube Circular Solutions. And yes, we started off at that point of time with Cuppable. The basic point of Recube or Cuppable was it's a social enterprise which aims to make our future better, easier, sustainability convenient for each and every one. So we have three basic principles: basically reduce, reuse, and recycle, which basically are the major core elements of most people who you all would hear. So it basically stands for reducing as many non-renewable resources you all have in the entire ecosystem, then reusing it as many number of times, and then taking an end to it entire life cycle. That was our entire process. That's how we started. Cut to 2020, we thought that lockdown was really killing everyone at home, and we just saw the amount of plastic waste being generated only and only through home care liquids, like be it your normal toilet cleaners, floor cleaners, dishwashers, shampoos, detergents. So we thought that we really have to come up with a way, and we started Refillable, basically, which is a zero waste format of getting the brand what you want and refilling it. So what happens is that you go onto a website, you log onto it, you order whatever you want from our e-commerce platform. You will get an option either to get a reusable, either to get it in a reusable packaging or get your own packaging. What that basically means, the moment you book our service, our e-vehicle will come right up to your house. You have an option. You can come down, refill your own old bottle only, or either purchase a newer bottle. And this entire process actually comes up for at least 15 to 20% cheaper to the consumer than the MRP, because we're eliminating any kind of packaging costs, any kind of wholesale distribution costs, XYZ number of things. And that's how the entire process has started. Touchwood, we've got a decent response till date. We are a small company growing as the time we talk, and hopefully, let's see, it should work out good for us.
Okay, that's great to know. So, was it COVID specific that you thought ki home delivery might work out for you guys, and people would probably be more inclined to taking something of a refilling system because of COVID, because they want to stay at home?
No, actually, the idea was there since the past year, if I'll be very honest with you. Since last June, we've been working towards it. But at that point of time, we were busy building Cuppable as our own entity and ensuring, speaking to various restaurants and food and beverage industry. That's what Cuppable is, caters to that technology. What COVID did primarily was accelerate a few things. So if COVID wouldn't have happened, we would have probably launched Refillable around this time, around Diwali this year. That wasn't scheduled, but because COVID happened, hence we accelerated the entire process, and it gave birth on June 5th, which is the World Environment Day.
So is it also because maybe Cuppable was, let's say, kind of affected due to COVID, because no cups would have been selling now?
Yeah, I'll be very honest with you. The first 3 months of lockdown was very tough for us to survive. Being that we're a social enterprise, not our focus is not on maximizing on profits, but to engaging the entire community. It was very, very extremely tough for us. But both of them are not really correlated. It's not like we started Refillable because Cuppable was falling down, or we saw more future on Refillable. We at the end of the day, we want Recube to become like a social community where hypothetically, if say Manish has an idea in the social sector, we should be enable you to scale that up to an extent where all the consumers are doing it. If we actually feel there is value for the consumers in it, that's what we as a company are all about. So we are not only creating sustainable businesses, but sustainable business models for the future, so that people can actually keep on joining us day in, day out. So yeah, Cuppable was affected, but not that much. We are again back on track, and let's hope for the best.
That's kind of very, let's say, positive to know that we can also propose some idea and probably join you.
No, 100%. That's the eventual goal. So we suppose after this call, or if anyone wants to reach out after during this call itself, do let us know. We are more than happy to implement more and more reusable systems, because the bigger community we generate, the we grow, it's better for us only.
Definitely.
Yeah. So was there a specific reason that you guys chose Mumbai as your pilot project, or like what are the areas in Mumbai also that you're targeting?
So I'll be very honest with you, because we're such a small firm, it was impossible for us to start anywhere else apart from our main city, and all of us, 5 of us, are based out of Mumbai itself. We have our base over here, we have a factory, we have a recycling unit or office, warehouse, everything is based out of here. So it was a no-brainer to start in Mumbai itself. Currently in Mumbai, we are delivering all over Mumbai, be it Thane, Vashi, the latest points of Mumbai outskirts, we are currently delivering all over.
So like take us through the process. Like say suppose I order from you, and then the first time I would get in an aluminium bottle, right?
Correct.
So when I ask for a refill, so how long do you take to refill? Like so suppose I want to get a refill today. I place an order to refill today. So do you come today and then refill, or like do you take some time, or how is the process goes on?
So I'll be very honest with you. The entire process it's quite slow. It takes approximately 5 to 7 working days. So the consumer has to plan it out way in advance. I'll be very honest with you. This is one thing where we are currently building on more and more trucks. And once we have more trucks coming in, it will make our logistics much more easier. We are planning to do a big launch around Diwali, and hopefully that will work out well and help us activate newer orders, get newer clients, and reach out to them in a more faster manner. Because currently the 7 days time might just be too a lot for any person. So we are trying to capitalize on this situation and solve this problem currently.
So like
Because
logistics.
So the first order that you get comes in an aluminium bottle, but
Correct.
then you also can a customer bring their own container to get their product? Is that?
Yeah, so that's your on point, Shreya. So what happens in the entire process, it's the options on the consumer itself. Okay, so if Shreya is willing to reuse her old container, it may be of plastic, it may be of aluminum, it may be of stainless steel, it may be of anything. If you are ready to reuse your old container, you can actually get the liquid at a much cheaper cost in itself. So you just need to book our service, and our truck will be coming right over there. But when we are speaking to bigger brands, someone like Unilever, P&G, these brands are pretty strict with their entire guidelines. So they want it to be refilled in their own containers as well. So these are the two models what we are currently working on, it differs from brand to brand. As we are a platform itself, we don't have control over what a particular brand wants. Our job is to help them facilitate and reach out to the consumer in the best, easiest possible manner.
Okay. So you kind of like answered like one of the parts of my next question. Ki, like, are you just sourcing out like products or ingredients that are also sustainable, or like also you are trying to sell, let's say, generic products of like what you just said, HUL and stuff? I thought it might be more around like, let's say, sustainable products.
No, I'll be honest with you. That's the eventual goal where we want to reach at. But currently we are hell-bent on solving the entire plastic crisis or the waste problem what the country is going through. So it's a step-by-step process. Currently, if we reach out to the big players over here, we get more and more brands involved. It may just be, so currently we have 5 brands on our platform. Hopefully by next month, we'll be on 20 brands on our platform. So the more and more brands connect to us, the more people will know about this entire engagement and community aspect which is going around. And once we have a good amount of users, consumers on our website, we can actually show the data that these are the number of people actually who want a sustainable change, sustainable consumption is there. And then hence you can invest in creating a more biodegradable material in itself, in home cleaners, XYZ number of things. So we want to go from down, right from the ladder up, and then again develop change and change the entire consumption behavior to all the individuals. So that's the eventual goal. But currently we are taking step by step and changing the packaging.
So like is like of these 5 trends that you mentioned, like is there any like which is, let's say, not a chemical kind of a thing, or let's say bio kind of a product?
Yeah.
And how has been the traction of that compared to like others?
So if I'm being completely honest, 70% of the users really go for chemical-based ones and 30% are directly towards organic ones. Currently, we have 2 organic brands. We have Herbal Strategy and we have Think Safe. I'm not too sure if they are available in your area itself, but they are completely organic, vegan, 100% biodegradable. Whereas the other 3 brands have chemicals in it, and we have been pretty open about it with all of our consumers.
Which are those other 3 brands?
Sorry?
I'm sorry. Which are the other 3 brands? The ones you mentioned that are chemical ones?
So we have Rosari Biotech, we have German Laundry, and we have Ecosys Cleaners. So Ecosys Cleaners also have a fabulous concept. Ecosys Cleaners are actually, they give capsules and all the consumer needs to do is just put water in it. So hence they increase the entire longevity of the entire product, and there is no amount of packaging or any kind of wastage being there. So we are working with a lot of cool brands currently in the pipeline also. Unfortunately, I can't share it with you all at this point of time, but we have a lot of work in progress happening at our back end. And let's see, we'll hope to close on a few more deals too.
Okay, and those, so for example, those we see that the detergent that normal any household uses are more like Surf Excel and all those in packets that come. So, and we see the packaging right now. So, are you planning to like diversify more into like more type of containers and adding more such, powder products and all of this, or is it just gonna be like liquid?
No, 100% Prakriti, what you say is completely right. Our vision is to become a platform which can get everything, eventual goal of FreeQ, everything, whatever you want in a zero waste format. So it can be your onions, it can be your food delivery, like if you call something on Zomato or Swiggy, it can be your any FMCG product. Across all fields, the aim is to create one super app where you order anything from or anything online, you will get it in a zero waste format. Like that's the eventual goal. So we want to quickly move to detergents, we want to quickly move to home cooking oils, ketchups. So we have a lot of things in process, but we're still waiting for another 3 to 6 months just to see how the entire consumer outreach plan is.
Wonderful. So how do you take care of your carbon footprint, since you have some like the trucks going for, like there are so many trucks that are going for refueling. So how do you take care of your carbon footprint?
So I kid you not, this is the best question I like to brag about. The reason being that we have our electric trucks over here. So the amount of carbon footprint, actually, if it's not negated, we sometimes try and make it in a negative manner. So we have e-vehicles on board, which completely negates the factor of using fuel or CNG for that matter of fact. It's completely charged by solar energy, and hence we utilize the entire thing. In terms of plastic consumption, or say a little bit of transportation which is there from the factories of the manufacturers or the partners who we tie up with to our particular warehouse. Of course, that bit is there, I'll be very honest with you all, but we try and offset it by planting trees. Of course, we haven't found a complete solution to that yet, but it's a work in progress. The eventual goal is to have their factories inside our warehouses, which makes life easier for everyone. But of course, that's like a very far off goal.
Okay. So like the next thing is like, if we want to help you guys out, like what would be the different avenues that we can try? Like one is like a possible maybe ideas that we might have for new products, or probably like, let's say going out and like shouting out that there is refillable out there. So just wanted to know that we want to be of help and how we can help you more.
So, thanks Manish. So the most simple thing what you can do is we are fighting this battle against no particular company in general, but our simple point is to reach out to more and more people, or rather the companies who actually have the bandwidth to make a change. So the companies are talking about the Unilevers, the P&G, the Zomato, Swiggy, Amazon, Flipkart. Like these are the brands which have the most amount of bandwidth who can very easily implement these kind of solutions. So if you as an individual have to help us out, it would be just helping us reach out to them. So we are actually planning an entire campaign around this program where I was saying that I need your help in just reaching out to brands, telling them that if you all get listed on our platform, you are willing to purchase them.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that like whatever brands you collaborate with, is there any challenge that you face, or like what is the first response that you get from, like, are they willing to do it, or what's the first response?
I'll be very honest with you that we haven't come across one brand or one person till date who has not appreciated our idea. All of them have always been like touch with. All of them have always been very didn't know that it's a great new venture, but they
So, for example, let's say if you go to HUL and they're keeping your product. So, when you do you get it directly from the manufacturer? I think you mentioned something like that, but how is it? Because their products are huge in range, and like how do you make sure that when you're acquiring the products, is that also like what's the packaging there, and like how are you doing that?
So again, it's not that a one-step process that only refillable is a part of. So what we do is that when we're talking about these big brands, we sit and design an entire system according to their needs. So when we're talking about integrating this change in them, what we're doing is that we're making sure that we're changing it right from scratch. So we'll be creating custom dispensers or custom drums, which will say hypothetically hold 50 liters or 100 liters, which will then directly be taken and installed into our vending machine directly inside the truck. So we are not only creating a change at our start, but from their internal organization as well. That's the entire process. So in terms of reaching out to these guys and working with them, it's like a long process, like a good 2 to 3 month process just to design their entire SOPs and entire system process, because these are big companies. They have lots of SKUs, they have varied manufacturing units, and a lot of credibility is involved in this entire process. So hence we require a lot of time to just develop the right product mix for these guys.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you so much.
Like you also said about like Zomato and Swiggy, like brands as well, in the reach out, like might help you guys. Like that part wasn't a bit like clear to me. Like when we reach, like if like how connecting with them would help you. Is it like logistics wise, or is it, let's say, people would get to know about you marketing wise?
No. So I don't require. I'll be very honest with you. We don't require any kind of marketing at this point in time. All we require is, suppose I'll give an example. That currently when you order online, either most of India orders from Zomato or Swiggy. Whenever you order from online, you get varied number of packaging products. Let's say you order from McDonald's. Okay. You will be getting, say, let's say you order a milkshake or you order a meal. Okay, so let's say you get a Coke in a paper cup, you get a burger wrapped in paper, you get fries again in paper, which is all of these products have plastic coating in it. So paper, people say that okay, biodegradable these items or drinking all these items, you just throw it in the dustbin and then it goes directly to the landfill, because there is no way you can recycle these kind of items once they're mixed with plastic. So it's a complete wastage. Whereas what we offer with Zomato, Swiggy or most of these companies is that create an entire reusable chain. Whereas suppose if Manish gets, imagine you get all the products in a more reusable format, and all you need to do is just return it back to the next driver who's coming to your house. So they collect it back, they drop it off at one of our washing centers. It's completely washed, sterilized and sanitized, restocked to a third restaurant altogether, and it's there completely at all points of time. So essentially what we're doing is replacing packaging at its source.
Okay, got it. That sounds actually quite
Okay, all right. So
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lokesh, for taking out the time, and I believe we had so much fun discussing all this with you. We were all going out with the questions and you were patiently answering all of them. Thank you so much.